guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dawson with DNLA Defense, and today we're going to be doing a 7,000 round overview of the Canik SFX Rival Darkside. We will be going over the reliability, overall performance, and shootability of this gun. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so first of all, this gun is clear, no magazine in the magwell, no round in the chamber, nothing on the extractor. This gun is clear. So first things first, I want to talk about the shootability of this gun. Now, in order to talk about that, you have to talk about this trigger, okay? Caniks are known to have a very, very nice trigger. This one just takes it to another level. It's an aluminum flat face trigger. Very, very nice take up there, just a little bit of take up. You hit a very definitive wall, and then from there you have a very predictable, very clean, crisp break. Okay, so it breaks at 90 degrees, and then your reset is right there. Just moves just a little bit. It's already reset. Very tactile, very audible, and then again there's that break. So this allows you to have very quick follow-up shots. And on top of that, it allows you to be very accurate with this gun, which this gun is extremely, extremely accurate. Another thing that I did personally to enhance the shootability of this gun is I actually stippled this. So the stippling that comes on these Caniks, grab this one from over here, is just this light fissure, as you can see here. Of course, this is a different style Canik, but it's that same light fissure that they have there. It's just not really anything aggressive. And they don't go all the way up here on the grip, which that's what I wanted here because that's where the meat of my palm really presses into that grip. So I went ahead and stippled it, and I made it pretty aggressive, especially for a competition style pistol like this. I wanted something that when I bite down on the gun, it bites down on me, especially when it comes to like warm weather. Maybe it's humid outside and your palms are sweating. I wanted something that just gave me a little bit more bite to the gun. So I went ahead and stippled that, and it works extremely, extremely well. You can have a very nice grip on there. Another thing you'll see is it normally comes with the extended mag releases there. I don't like using those because at a lot of competitions, they'll have you load your magazine and one in the chamber, and you have you set it down and then you grab it to pick it up. And I've seen just at the past few competitions that I was at, that when people did that and they had the extended mag release there, they'd go to shoot and their mag would fall out, and or they just have malfunctions, and it was just kind of a pain in the butt. And even with that extended mag release, I still have to adjust the gun to be able to press that. So I figure maybe the added time that you might get is going to be taken away if your mag drops on the ground. So I just don't like using them. That being said, this one, when you take that off, it has a little grip to it, a little texture. It's very functional, and it works just fine like that. Now, another thing I did to it is I actually ported this barrel. Now, I have two barrels for this. I have one that's not ported and this one that is ported. That way I can throw the non-ported one into this if I want to go do like carry optics or something of that nature, because obviously you can't have that ported barrel. Now, does the porting on this gun actually enhance the shootability of it, and does it really mitigate recoil that much? Yes, it absolutely does. Now, this one is a stacked port, as you can see there, so it's a more gradual recoil mitigation. And what I mean by that is if you had like what they call a chunk port or something like that out front, where all of the gas goes to the front and then shoots out at the same time, that almost I've seen a lot of people have trouble with it, and I've shot them, and you almost have to make sure that you're bringing that sight back up because it wants to dip the muzzle down. This one here might have a little bit more, just slight more muzzle rise, but then you're not having to fight so hard when it pushes it back down. It just kind of falls right back down onto target. Now, a lot of people will say that you're going to lose all of your velocity when you port a barrel like that, and it's just not true. And so normally, if you were to lose that much velocity, it's going to change your point of aim, point of impact, especially when you go back to distance. Now, this I went ahead and I took back to 100 yards, and I'm going to throw that video in right now, but I took it back to 100 yards because I wanted to see if it would change the point of aim, point of impact, because I can hit a C-zone silhouette target at 100 yards pretty consistently with the regular barrel, and I wanted to see if I lost a ton of velocity, right? If the porting caused it to lose a ton of velocity, it would change that point of impact. And I'll throw that in right now, and you guys can take a look for yourselves. Alright guys, so as you can see in that video, with the ported barrel, even though it was super windy that day, I was able to pretty consistently get hits on a C-zone steel plate at 100 yards. Now, the reason I bring that up is that if I had lost a ton of velocity from this kind of porting system, I would think that my point of impact would have changed at least a little bit. Now, I kept the same point of aim, and I had the same point of impact as I did with the non-ported barrel. So that's good. Obviously, accuracy is good. And am I saying that you're not going to lose any velocity with this kind of porting system? No, absolutely you will, but it's a lot more minimal than you might think. There's a lot of good channels out there. I think Roger with QVO Tactical has a lot of videos on ported guns and going over the velocities with different ammunitions. So do the research yourself and then weigh out the pros and cons. For me, the pros far outweigh the cons, so I went ahead and did it. And like I said, I have another barrel as well, so either way, it doesn't really affect me. Can you be fast with this gun? Well, absolutely. Right out of the box, the great ergonomics, great trigger, overall, it shoots very well. It's a very well-balanced gun. In fact, Niels Jonassen won 5 or 6 national championships with this gun just stock, so that speaks testaments to the gun itself. It's very, very nice. Now, that being said, can you outshoot this gun with other things? Yeah, absolutely you can, but it's very, very nice. Now, the porting, does that help you shoot faster? Not necessarily. If your fundamentals are not good, then it doesn't automatically mean you're going to shoot faster, right? It's not going to reduce recoil if your fundamentals are not good. So you want to have those good fundamentals. And if you have that and you port it, it does give you an extra edge because it just helps you keep that muzzle that much flatter and get those quicker follow-up shots. That being said, there's people out there with a stock Glock that can shoot faster than I could shoot this tricked out. It's just how you practice, right? So we're going to throw in some videos right here and just show some of the speed that at least I can get. Remember, I'm not the fastest shooter out there, but it is a very fast gun. So we'll throw those videos in so you can take a look for yourself. Lastly, I want to talk about the durability and reliability of this gun. Durability-wise, I have shot this in many different conditions from below zero temperatures, rain, snow, thrown it in the mud, and to very dry, dusty conditions, hot, dry, dusty conditions, and this thing has been flawless. I wouldn't consider it a duty pistol because of the lightning cuts in the slide that can cause, debris to get in there. Also, when you put a full-size optic on here, you lose your rear sight. So I wouldn't necessarily say duty, but home defense and competition purposes, what it was designed for, absolutely. Now, reliability-wise, if you've been with my channel for a little while, you might have seen the 1,000-round review of this, and at that point I had had one failure. That was due to, or I'm chalking it up to it anyways, that was due to ammunition. I was using remanufactured ammunition and was having the same exact problems on my SIG and Smith & Wessons as well. And that was a light primer strike. So I think I just got hard primers in that batch, which is, that ammo is notorious to have. Since then, the past 6,000 rounds, I've had 4 failures. They were all in the same magazine, and it was from an old box of Fiocchi 115 range dynamics. And like I said, it was all in the same magazine. I had taken that ammo out, and it was failure to feed, failure to feed, failure to feed. Took that ammo out, put different ammo in, everything ran just fine after that. And then I wanted to do the same thing and test that ammo in different guns. So I put some in my SIG and in my Smith, and again, the same exact problems happened with them, and they are known to be very reliable firearms. So I'm going to be chalking those up to ammo. You take that for what you will. Other than that, this thing has ran flawless. I would definitely recommend this gun. There is no doubt about it after this many rounds through it. There's no excessive wear or anything like that anywhere. It has just run very, very good. And the few things I did, like with texturing and then just the ported barrel, that's the only things that I've done to it, and it just enhances that shootability quite a bit. Of course, I have the TLR1 HL on there, and then this is the new Holosun 507 competition. So a really big window right there. And I love this thing. Absolutely love it. It has multiple reticles that you can go through and choose whatever. And that window size is just amazing, especially for competition or for anything. I mean, it's a lot easier to watch that dot when you're shooting. So I do truly like that. And I'm going to do a separate video on that as well. Alright guys, thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you found value in this video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, share the video, ring the notification bell, do all the YouTube stuff and things. And remember guys, don't be caught off guard, train for the unexpected, and I will see you next time.